In this video, I'm gonna give a Q&A. I'm gonna answer all of your guys' questions and give away some fragrances. The reason I'm giving away fragrances in this video is because I genuinely only want people that actually care about the channel to receive fragrances. I want to pay back towards you guys somehow, and this is a small little way to do that. So if you care about Chad's secrets at all, if you want to know a little bit more about me, then definitely check out this video. I'm gonna make this as uncut as I possibly can. Yes, I'm gonna have to make some cuts because I'm filming in public, but I'm gonna answer all of the popular questions that you guys had to know about me. I'm gonna say if I've ever been paid for fragrance reviews, if I have ever taken money to promote a product, if I know of anyone that's doing so. I'm gonna answer every single question I have and give away some fragrances here. So thanks for watching. Thank you so much. We hit that 30,000 subscriber milestone. I'm so happy and grateful for each and every single person that has subscribed to this channel and ever shown support. That's why I take all of the time I can to respond to as many comments possible. I get 60 plus comments a day and I try to respond to every single one of them. Chad Secrets, the purpose of my channel was to provide honest and constructive fragrance content that can actually help people. I feel like this space has become a little disingenuous. There's a lot of people that are in this space that genuinely just want to make money. They don't really care about helping their subscribers. They just want to make as much money from them as possible. And I think that's not right. There's a way to balance making money from this hobby, and there's a way to actually help people. I will always take the route of helping people over the money. That's why I always put the viewers first over how much money I get paid. Now, if you haven't noticed, I make my videos short as possible and straight to the point. If I was to maximize every video and make it 15 minutes long, I'd get more money. But I'm more about helping the viewer and not boring them over getting a little bit more money myself. My goal has always been to provide honest fragrance reviews, expand my knowledge base on fragrances, and to help people. That is exactly why I made this channel, and that's exactly why I will continue to make honest fragrance content. If you didn't know, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, I ask sometimes some questions in my community channel page, and I got some interesting questions. I wanted some more personal questions, but I'll answer some of the questions here. I had 46 comments in total. All right, okay, this is a good one. Okay, what is your current job? What other hobbies do you have? I just got hit by a leaf. Okay, so my current job, other than this, I actually work in the film industry in Toronto. That's a part-time thing. I also do e-commerce. I do this. I edit videos on the side. These are a lot of different things that I do. I'm very, very busy, and that's why I really can only upload 2 times a week. Also, I manage that with my personal and social life as well. And the film industry, I'm not sure if you guys know, I could be on set for sometimes 16 hours in one day. You do get overtime, you do get paid quite well, but sometimes the days are super long and super drawn out, and it just sucks the soul out of you. Sometimes you're waking up at 4 in the morning and going for 16 hours and then having to drive home. It's crazy, okay? I don't recommend this lifestyle to anyone working in the film industry. You see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things, you get to meet some nice people, you get to make some good connections, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone, honestly. It's not a lifestyle for a lot of people. You get a lot of rejection, you have to deal with failure. It's not for everyone, but it's for me, and I've done it for the last 6 years. That is what I've done, and I've made a good living off of it so far. So this is a side hobby of mine. I didn't expect to make money on fragrance content, but here I am now making money from it, and it's pretty cool, making money with my hobby. And do I have any other hobbies? Yes, I love playing video games. I love working out. I like shooting guns. I like going camping. I'm a man, okay? I do these things. I'm sorry. I love video games, man. Ask me about any video game, okay? My favorite video games, Kingdom Hearts series. I love Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid 3 is just absolutely fantastic, by the way. In Kingdom Hearts, any game. Let's move on to the next one. This is a great one, actually. Did you get any offers from companies to speak positively about their fragrances? I know some sent you fragrances to try out, but with a positive review expected in return. And I'm sure you would decline offers for a false review. If so, can you name them? Are they big in the fragrance industry or just small indie brands? Okay, have I ever been offered money to make a review? Yes, I have been offered a lot of money. They started off with name your rate, okay? And then as soon as I mentioned, I will name a rate, but you have to understand I'm gonna give an honest review if I like it or not. And then most of the time, they stop responding to me mysteriously. Very popular fragrance brands, I'm not gonna name drop them. Maybe I will in a future video, but I just don't want to have a cease and desist show up at my door. But I think it's very disingenuous to message a content creator, ask their rate, and then as soon as they say they're gonna give an honest review, stop responding. I think that's a little bit weird. And I will say that majority of those offers do come from fragrance companies in the Middle East. I'll leave it at that. I have received a lot of fragrances for free, a lot that you guys don't see. I've only showed you maybe 10% of the fragrances I got for free. I'm always open. Send me whatever you guys got. Send me anything. I'm not gonna promise a review, but if I like it, I'll give a review review, or if it's popular, I'll give a review. There is a company that offered me a pheromone cologne, and they wanted me to take it, and they said you need to give a good review, and I said no. That's actually happened with a lot of pheromone fragrance companies. It's very, very strange. It's so weird. Like, even the thought of a pheromone cologne just makes me like have an itch. Like, I start cringing just thinking about that. One of my main goals with starting this channel was to expand my knowledge base and try to find fragrances I absolutely love. So if a company says, hey, we're gonna send you a fragrance and it costs $600 and I never would have had the opportunity to buy it because it's so expensive, and they wanna send me it for free with no expectations, I'll take it 10 out of 10 times. But as soon as they say that you have to give a positive review, or hey, where's the review if I don't like it, then screw them. I don't care. I'm not gonna be here to lie to my audience for a free bottle. I know some do. It's very, very unfortunate, but that's why I'm here in this space. I wouldn't have the opportunity to smell 90% of these fragrances if I didn't have this channel, and I'm so thankful for it. If you want to send me a free bottle, go ahead, but don't expect a review or a positive review. Don't expect anything. If I like it, I'll give the review. That's how I view this. Let's move on to the next question. What would you recommend to someone who's thinking about making fragrance videos on social media, and how many bottles is a good amount for someone to have to start? I will tell you this, okay? There are a lot of TikTok content creators with hundreds of thousands of followers that have less than 50 bottles in their collection. You don't need a lot of fragrances to make fragrance content. Go into it with honesty. Do not expect to be paid. Do it because you love it. That's a very basic thing to say. I will go more in depth, but if you're starting a fragrance channel just to get free bottles or get money, look in another direction. This is a grind. You're competing with thousands of people by the day, okay? There are more fragrance channels popping up out of nowhere. It's gonna be competitive. It's not gonna be easy, but go into it because you love it and nothing else. If you love this stuff, go on your fragrance content creation journey, but don't expect it to go anywhere. Just talk about what you love and people will follow you. Now, also be as honest as possible, as transparent as possible. Now, if you want my guidance on how to make a fragrance content on social media, be as entertaining, energetic, and honest as possible. If you're on TikTok, it's super easy to make it on there. If you are just entertaining and just kind of want to have a couple memes, it's more entertainment value. If you focus on entertainment value on TikTok, you're gonna blow up. I don't focus on that. I should, and I will blow up my channel that way on TikTok. But if you want to know how to make it on YouTube, where I specialize, I think, I've learned the algorithm here, this is what you need to do. You need to find out what fragrances are most popular, talk about them, have a contradictory opinion if you think you have one, and just record yourself. A lot of people will say, don't focus on quality. I disagree with that. I completely 100% disagree with that. You need to stand out. You're in a competitive marketplace, and the only way to stand out immediately upon first impression is having a high quality setup. You will stand out over 99% of the other creators if you just have a good camera, some good lighting, and a good backdrop behind you. You want your viewer to have the best experience possible. And I mean that with all my heart. Focus on your setup, make it look nice, make yourself presentable, and have a good knowledge base on fragrances. Or just start a channel and say, hey, this is the average consumer. I don't know much about fragrances. I'm gonna give an honest review of what I think. That's a good way to get into this, okay? I hope that helps. If I didn't answer that and I went on some tangents, feel free to ask me again, and I would love to answer you in a comment, okay? How do we enter the giveaway? How do we enter the giveaway? Now let's toss it to me in the future, talking about how to enter the giveaway. The first thing I'm giving away is a full sealed 50 ml of the new release, Invictus Parfum. The second thing I'm giving away is a full sealed bottle of YSL Myself. This is 60 ml. And the first place winner is gonna get a full sealed 100 ml of Date for Men by Jeremy Fragrances Fragrance 1. He never does giveaways, so I'm doing one for him. I am not in partnership with him. He is not affiliated with this giveaway. I'm doing it from my own personal collection. Now, how are you gonna enter the giveaway? The first thing is you must be subscribed to my YouTube, Chad Secrets. Secondly, you must be following me on Instagram, Chad Secrets. The third thing, unfortunately, you have to be from Canada because I looked up the international shipping laws, and unfortunately, it's illegal for me to ship over the border without a business license. Fragrances are apparently explosive material. I'm sorry about that. The fourth thing, comment on this video and make sure to tell me you are from Canada. That enters you from the giveaway, and tell me what fragrance you want. That will give you bonus points. The giveaway is active as of today, Wednesday, October 23rd, and the final date is on October 30th, the Wednesday, and that's the last date. After this, the giveaway is closed. You have 7 days. Best of luck to you. I will be announcing the winners in my community page, so make sure you're subscribed because you will miss that and you won't be entered into the giveaway because I will be verifying with these winners if they have followed the steps correctly. Best of luck to everyone. Thank you so much for watching my Q&A. Now back to the Q&A. Good luck on the giveaway, everyone. I hope that you are able to win something. I wish I could give away more, but I definitely will partner with brands in the future that can help me do that process easier. Okay, let's answer some more questions. I want to find some interesting ones. First fragrance, what got you into this? Okay, 3 fragrances. fragrances. Davidoff Cool Water, Givenchy Pie, and Givenchy Blue Label. Those were the first fragrances I ever had a big exposure to. Davidoff Cool Water used to be my dad's scent before he graduated to other scents. This was what he would wear in the morning, and when he went to wake us up for school, he was wearing Davidoff Cool Water or like green Irish tweed, that kind of scent profile, right? One day I sprayed that fragrance on and I went to school and people laughed at me and they're like, "Are you wearing a cologne?" And at the time, I don't know why, I guess it was the area I was in, but it was like the thing that was like strange for like someone to do. And they're like, "That's for adults. Why would you wear a cologne?" And I became the laughing stock of the school. And then later on, he progressed into Givenchy Pie and Givenchy Blue Label, which I also wore to school and had a similar reaction, like maybe a couple years later, and it turned me off of fragrances for a long time until about in high school. I got back into fragrances, but those were the fragrances that got me into it for all the wrong reasons. I find it so funny, but I loved fragrances. I loved everything about it. I thought that it made people present themselves as more attractive, more charismatic, more confident. I loved everything about it, but even though people made fun of me, here I am today with a fragrance content channel. Let's find another interesting question. I got a very nice comment. So he's from India. He got introduced to my channel from browsing, and he wants to know about my journey, how I entered into this stuff, and what point I was like, all right, I want to do this. And did I need to do anything different to sustain or grow on my YouTube content creation journey, I guess. And I appreciate the kind words, by the way. I really take that to heart. Thank you so much. So why did I get into this fragrance content journey? Honestly, I have been doing YouTube for a long time. I've tried prank channels, I've tried gaming channels, I've tried just about everything, and I absolutely love the idea of just posting your hobbies online for other people to watch. I think it's fantastic. I did not expect the growth, the immediate welcome that I had with posting fragrance content. Honestly, I just posted something on a new channel because I wanted to try it. I wanted to get into the men's development world and improving self-confidence and stuff like that for men. And I posted a review of Nautica Voyage, and I wanted to see what the hype was about because everyone was recommending it, every channel. And I wanted to see if people were lying or not. So I posted a review of Nautica Voyage, ended up loving it, and immediately I started getting like hundreds, if not thousands of views because I had an honest review of it, and it ended up being positive, which I'm sure some people thought I was lying, but I still love that fragrance. That is what got me into posting, and immediately people started suggesting me to review other fragrances, and I had those fragrances because I love fragrances, and I started reviewing these fragrances and posting and posting and posting, and people were following me, and I loved it. I was able to share my hobby with someone. None of my friends are into this stuff. None of my friends love fragrances like I do, so I finally found a community of people that love it just as much as me, and that's why I continued going. I also saw the momentum of my channel, and I thought, why would I stop when people want to see my honest opinions? So that's what made me keep going, and that's what was my driving force, and still is, because I love that I am able to post honest content and help you guys out. I love that. This is why I do this. This is why I wanted a channel where I'm able to help people out, because if I'm able to help someone on their journey deciding if a fragrance is good and they know they can rely on my opinion, that's all I've ever wanted, man, honestly. So I'm so thankful and grateful that I am where I am now, 30K subscribers and counting, faster than I would have expected, and I'm just beginning. Honestly, I have so many plans for this channel. I hope that you will stay and you will witness them with me. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, this is a nice comment. Just wanting to know more about me, where I'm from, how I got into fragrances. What did I study? Okay, I went to school, Mohawk College in Hamilton. I studied health and wellness. That was like an introductory guide to becoming a personal trainer or someone in the health field. What I witnessed in that school was basically nothing that really helped me out. Like it felt like a complete waste of time. I've never really liked the whole corporate world, I'll be honest with you. I've never really liked the whole corporate world, and I've never really liked curriculum-based teaching. You know, 90% irrelevant stuff, here's 10% of relevant information. Learn it, and you better have a passing grade, or the thousands of dollars you paid us is going to go to waste. It's like, I've never really liked that, but that's what I went to school for. I wanted to be a personal trainer or someone in the medical field, and I quickly realized how much I did not want to do that. Even though I graduated, I've always been kind of someone that doesn't like the whole 9-to-5 thing. That's why I started an e-commerce business. That's why I've been posting so many YouTube videos. That's why I've been working in the film industry. I like being able to choose my own schedule. I think that a 9-to-5 job is a little bit of a death trap, in a stance where it's like you're kind of just slaving away doing someone else's mission until you die. You know, I don't like that. I like being able to kind of be my own boss per se, or decide when I want to work and not kind of be a slave at a company that doesn't care about me. That's how I've seen it. I mean, people will disagree with my opinion, but that's okay. I'm just being honest with you, right? Where am I from? I'm from, I was born and raised in Ancaster, Ontario, and I live in Etobicoke. That's in Ontario, just outside of Toronto, by the way. And future plans? I mean, future plans, I don't really have any future plans, to be honest. I kind of just make things up as I go. But my future plans is to be able to buy a home which is absolutely enormously hard to do in Toronto with the rise of inflation and housing costs, but my goal is to buy a home. I just got a car. That's necessary in today's day and age. Yeah, so I'm saving up to buy a house, and hopefully I will be able to do that soon. How do I, this is actually a very good question. How do I combat fragrance addiction with wanting a good collection of fragrances for the love of it? So to be honest, it's hard to balance. Like for the average person that gets into this, it becomes extremely addicting, extremely quick. You'll smell something and you're like, it's not as good, I want something more. Or you'll get a good fragrance and you're like, I love this, I wanna get that experience again. And it becomes like a gamble almost. That's why a lot of people become blind buyers. I know that fragrance addiction exists and I want to address it more and help you guys out. And don't make the mistake that I did. You do not need this amount of fragrances, right? I really truly believe you need less than 5. Like 10 is the most you should ever have if you're just an average consumer. But it becomes addicting because you see these videos online, people hyping something up, and you feel like you're getting FOMO and you're missing out, and someone's had an experience and you want that experience and you want to feel this good, gratifying feeling from trying a new thing. I get it. The reason I don't have fragrance addiction, or the reason I justify it, is because I buy fragrances to give opinions on and to have content on. And I think honestly, I don't know where I would be with my fragrance journey without YouTube. I kind of justify my fragrance addiction in that sense. But if you're not a fragrance content creator, I really recommend that you look in the mirror and honestly really consider if you need that many fragrances or not. Like, what is having a new experience of a fragrance going to do? If you buy a fragrance and you don't like it, sell it. You don't have to convince yourself to like a fragrance. That's what I'm trying to say. If you don't like it, sell it, buy a new one with that money. Less than 10. You don't need more than that. If you love this stuff, don't let it become an addiction. Let it be a hobby. Okay, I hope that helps. All right. Let's see what else. Man, I'm loving these questions. I'm loving them. Okay, that's a great question. How long do you spend with a fragrance to feel like you truly know and understand it? I'm a little bit OCD with this, and a lot of content creators aren't the way I am about this. I would never ever post a review to a fragrance with just getting it a day or two before. For me, I need about 8 full wearings. First 2 or 3 wearings is just testing the user experience. How do I feel about this fragrance? Not worrying about performance, not worrying about detecting notes, just how does it make me feel? How does it do in real world situations? Do people like the smell of this fragrance? So I would say about 8 times. So 3 times, at least 3 to 4 times for the user experience. I wear it at least 2 other times to test the projection, and then another 2 other times to test the longevity. So if I'm able to see if I like a fragrance, I can tell right away. For my reviews anyways, I need a lot more in-depth wearings to provide an honest review, and that's what I do at minimum, sometimes if not more. If you look at my videos in the background and you see those fragrances on my desk, those are the fragrances I'm testing for review. Next time you see a fragrance appear on that shelf, see how long it takes for a review to actually happen. That's why it takes me so long to pump out these videos, because I'm very OCD and I want my viewer to get the best possible experience and know everything about the fragrance before they buy it. So I'm a little OCD on that. I don't recommend doing what I do. Oh wow, I have so many questions. I love this. Do you edit your own videos or do you have someone that does it for you? How long does each video take to shoot and upload? Okay, so do I film my own videos? Yes, I edit my own videos. I do 99% of my own thumbnails and I edit 98% of my own videos. I am in the process of trying to find an editor. Unfortunately, my editor that I was working with before took my style and then started editing for another fragrance content creator from Australia that does TikTok content. If you know who that is, leave a comment. But yeah, he kind of just took my style and then started working for another fragrance influencer and then started upping my rates. So I was like, what the heck? Anyways, so I'm in the process of trying to find another editor right now because I'm an editor. I have a background in that. I'm only flexing like 60% of my capabilities on editing because I don't go overboard. There's no point to go overboard sometimes with the edits, and it would just take me too long and I'd become way too OCD. If I thought of it like a business, I still want it to be fun. I'm my own creator. I'm my own director. I'm my own producer. I'm my own editor. I'm my own thumbnail designer. I'm my own actor. I'm wearing every hat in this channel. And you'll see, if it's not my style, you'll probably know, okay? And what's my favorite fragrance of all time? I genuinely don't have an answer for that. I really don't. I will have to think of that. Maybe I'll make it a video one day, but I'm sorry, at this point, I just cannot think of one because there's so many good fragrances in the world. Yeah, okay, so besides reviewing the fragrances, I'm eager to know if you're a gamer, you have a nice setup, I admire, God bless, bro. So yeah, I'm a gamer, man. Honestly, my favorite hobby in the world is playing video games. I have a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. I have every Sony console, every Nintendo console. I had the original Xbox. No, I had Xbox 360. I had Xbox One. I don't play those anymore. I'm a PlayStation guy now. I don't really get into computer gaming too much because I like the feeling of a console and a TV. That's just been the way that I grew up ever since the early 2000s playing video games. Starting with Metal Gear Solid 1 was my very first video game when I was so young. I don't know why my parents let me play that game, but yeah, I love video games. One day I'll probably make a gaming channel for people that are interested because it's my favorite hobby in the world, even more than fragrances, guys. It's just, I love it. I love it so much. Sean asked me how much have I spent so far in my fragrance collection. I'm gonna say upwards, if not more than $10,000. I honestly lost count at this point, which is crazy. I have a spreadsheet that calculates it all, but I'm kind of scared to open it because I honestly invest like 100% of my earnings from here back into the channel. So that's my process of growing. I honestly reinvest everything back in the channel. That's why I have another job and that's why I do so many things. Maybe people think that's crazy. That's fine, but that's how I'm doing it and it seems to be working so far. Yeah, just don't break into my house, anyone, please. How many bottles do I finish in a year? 0. I've only finished in my lifetime maybe 3 bottles, actually. Like, that's because I have such excess. And that's why you'll never see the juice level dropping on my bottles because I never get time to wear a fragrance. I'm always testing fragrances or reviewing fragrances. Once I've done the review, I rarely pick up that fragrance anymore. It's kind of a blessing and a curse of having a fragrance content creation channel. But, you know, I love this stuff, guys. So I wouldn't trade it for the world right now. Honestly, I love it so much. Worst smelling and best smelling colognes you've ever smelled. I actually have a video of the top 5 worst fragrances in my collection. I recommend you check that out. There are some disgusting fragrances there. Do you grow tired of the more mass appealing fragrances and want something darker or different smelling after smelling so many different fragrances? Yes, absolutely, all the time. I get very, very bored of familiar scent profiles. And if you haven't seen over the last couple months, if a fragrance is kind of taking that mass appealing direction, I kind of go a little bit hard on it in my reviews and then end up regretting it later because I'm like, you know what, most people are gonna love this, but I find myself becoming that enthusiast I never thought I would become, that's gravitating towards niche or more intricate, different experiences. That's why I love Hugo Boss, because they are a designer brand, but they make more challenging, unique scent profiles, always giving me something new. I love that. That's why I always talk about them and hype them up. But yes, I do find that it's a little bit hard to balance. And even as a reviewer, it's hard for me to find a balance for, because I'm like, you know what? The majority of people are gonna love this fragrance. I just think it's boring. So how do I review this? It's become a very big challenge for me actually in my content creation journey, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is good. Everyone starts reviewing with genuine interest and passion, but as they grow, the reviews get biased in promotional content. This has been happening everywhere. What do you think about this approach? I need a very honest response, whether you might be a little lenient or promote perfumes indirectly through your reviews. Thank you. I completely agree. One thing a lot of people focus on is that they think it's only happening in the fragrance content creation journey. I can assure you that any single niche that you possibly go into on YouTube, whether it's reviewing video games, IGN, I'm looking at you, whether it's reviewing camera gear, whether it's reviewing baseball gloves, you will always find promotion in these videos because it helps a creator make a living. The actual pay that you get from Google AdSense is not enough to sustain a lifestyle. You have to find alternative methods to make money. Whether you take that and you're honest with your content, or whether you take that and you're disingenuous with your content is up to you. I take the honest route over any source of monetary income. I'm always honest with my viewer, no matter what. That is 100% priority. And yes, I completely agree with you. That's why I started this channel, to see if everyone was lying or not. That's why I started getting into the fragrance niche, because I was like, hey, you know what? I want to experience these fragrances that people are saying are gonna make women fall for them on the streets. I wanna see these leg thrower uppers or leg spreading fragrances or panty droppers that people are talking about. Most of the time it's a huge over exaggeration, even on the performance that people talk about to sell with their affiliate links. I do have affiliate links. I make money through the affiliate links of partnering with discounters only right now. Until I find a brand that I absolutely love, I would never ever promote a fragrance with a discount code ever if I was gonna make money off of it and not like it. I'm not that kind of guy. I've been having plenty of offers to do so, and I've turned them down and to just talk about their fragrance without a discount code. But yeah, the only people I partner with are discounters. I think that's the best thing to it, because you know, you guys are getting an amazing discount. You're gonna buy it anyway through a discounter and save a lot of money. And if I make money in the process and it's not an extra expense to you guys, I see that as honest and genuine. I will say this, there are a lot of content creators that I have noticed that they take the approach of trying to make money off of this. I will say that a lot of them unfortunately fall into the social media side, like either TikTok or Instagram. From what I've noticed, a lot of YouTube content creators are not as disingenuous as you may think, but if they are, I'm sure you guys know who they are already. I have noticed as well, like, I want you guys to use common sense, okay? Let's just put it this way. I'm not gonna name names, but if a woman, I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to sound sexist, but if a woman is reviewing a man's fragrance, do you think that woman really cares about a man's fragrance? Do you think she's wearing it? Do you think she loves the experience of it? Do you think this is her genuine interest in hobby as men's fragrances? No, they went into this channel to make money, okay? Plain and simple. I want you to use common sense. If you realize that someone doesn't really love this and they're doing it to talk about, to make money, it's pretty obvious. Like, a lot of the female content creators that review men's fragrances are not going into it with an honest approach. I think that should be fair, unless they're wearing the fragrances. I'm sure there are some female content creators that wear masculine scent profiles, but if they're not, just think about what I just said, okay? I want you to think about that. And a lot of the TikTok content you see is meant to make money. That's why someone will sell Oud Maracuja for $100 for a milliliter. You know who you are. I want a perfume smell like you. Aw, thank you, Sweden. That's nice of you. Don't you feel frustrated by smelling fragrances all day long? Tough job. Yeah, you know, this is actually the easiest job in the world if you ever want to see it that way. This is a hobby for me that I get paid from, but I love fragrances. It doesn't really get boring for me. I will say, if I had to make one small complaint about what I do, is that I never get to wear things that I love, okay? And that becomes a little bit, I wouldn't say depressing, but I say it becomes a little bit sad, because this has become my hobby and now it's kind of turned into something I make money off of. So I'm feeding that machine of trying to grow my channel, but at the same time, I never get to wear the fragrances I truly love. If I'm going to a party, or if I'm going to hang out with friends, or if I'm going on a date, or if I'm going to see my family, I'm never going to the go-tos that I love. I'm trying something new, testing out a new fragrance all the time. I have to find a way to balance that, because I love fragrances. I love revisiting fragrance, and I love wearing what I actually like to wear instead of trying something new all the time. It's a blessing and a curse of having a fragrance content channel. Now we are to the bottom. Am I the weirdest smell that you know? Yes, Dimitri, you are. This comes to the end of the questions. I hope that you guys learned a little bit more about me. If I ever do a Q&A in the future, it's gonna be at 100,000 subscribers. I just wanted to do something after passing 25,000 subscribers. It was due for me to do a giveaway, and I don't like that you guys know nothing about me. I want you guys to know more about me, and I am honestly so appreciative of the support that you've shown me over these last 2 years. This has grown to something incredible. I absolutely love every single one of you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Help me make this channel grow. Hopefully we can look back on this video one day where I'm talking about having 30,000 subscribers. Who knows where I'll be in the future. Thank you for sticking with me this whole time. Thank you for wanting to know more about me, and I hope that you win something on the giveaway. I will be doing more giveaways in the future, hopefully bigger giveaways, and definitely more international giveaways. Thank you, everyone. And if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Who knows if I'll post that or not, honestly.